aware of the risk, danger, harm? Are they aware of who they're talking to, what they're talking about, where they go? What decisions are they making? If they are old enough to have a device and old enough to have independent connectivity, it's arguable, but they should be then old enough to make the right choices. Or to be considered what the right choices are. What choices are they making? Now, I know there'll be parents who, my daughter and son, they're far too young to make choices. Well, okay, then should they be having the device that they've got? I don't know. Each child is different, I have to say. My daughters, as I said to the wonderful students today, my daughters, none of them got a mobile phone until they were in year 8. Well, you should have seen the look on year 5 and 6. What? That was the way it was then. And I'm not going to, and I said to the students today, I'm not going to tell them not to do something. It's not down to me. You want to go away and discuss it. It could easily be that you're very happy for your child to play Grand Theft Auto, Black Ops, or whatever it is at 18. Sorry, a game for 18-year-olds, and yet they're only 12. Because, as I said, because there were a lot of hands that went up in year 3, 4, 5, 6. But, might well say, whoa, or 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, but it's not for me, is it? And if that child turns around and says, well, I always play it with my mum, always play it with my dad, we don't put it on mute, we don't listen to anything, we don't really see anything, and then we only play for half an hour and that's it. I'll probably think, well, okay, I get it. I don't know. Each to their own. As long as you're getting involved and there's that open dialogue. A lot of questions we had a chat today, so I didn't go through all of these, but this is the questionnaire which I sent out. Because now you've got to start looking at risk and how risk gets amplified through technology. That's where the IT guys jump on me. When you look at something like Facebook, how many of the wonderful students use Facebook profiles? Not many. What is it? Just under 400 students, roughly today? I would say out of the 400, it's under 10% for the Facebook profile. But with Instagram, you're up to about 60-65%. WhatsApp, around about 70%. So you can see the popular ones. Facebook owns Instagram, Facebook owns WhatsApp. Purchased WhatsApp in 2014. Prior to that, the age for WhatsApp was 16. They changed it overnight to 13 because Facebook bought it. Now, Facebook has a license because it's a company and it's a business. So a business, information is money. And 2 nights ago, Panorama, wonderful time, what does Facebook know about us? Wasn't it fascinating? How much are they hiding? What are they doing? They see all this information. They've been doing that since day 1. But they don't sit there studying me. They just want to know. And I've said that just we had a little bite to eat. There's a lot of ads on Facebook now, and they know your gender, and they know your interest, and there's T-shirts. So it knows I'm male. So it says, don't question a man. You can see how it's been written in, who likes rugby and something like this. It's designed for me. You'll have a different one. That's how we can do it. Product placement, we've seen it on TV. It's how ads work now in social media. They know everything about my interest and yours. It's not dangerous. I accept it. It's the fact that data retention, you see at the bottom, is huge by Google, Apple, and Facebook. So Facebook can see all this. It's the same with the phone number, WhatsApp's phone number on your device. Facebook can now sell that number. They don't use it, but they can sell it to advertising companies. Everything gets mixed into this mixing bowl, which is why you will get phone calls saying, this classic will always be a phone call saying, have you been involved in an accident, do you want insurance? They've got the number from somewhere, you haven't given it to them, and also the GPS on your device that's on has got you driving past a traffic hotspot or hospital. It's all technology that's allowing you to share. So I spend all this time saying to wonderful students, don't share personal information. Because you wouldn't walk out of here towards Winlush and towards Sainsbury's, talk to strangers and say, here's my phone number, this is what I look like, and that's where I live. You wouldn't do that, but technology does it for you. Siri, which is owned by Apple. You may ask Siri a silly question. How many of you watched Snowden? You would have done. You've got to watch it. Who's watched Snowden? Goes into great detail about Edward Snowden and the software that's used to obviously compromise webcams and also the microphone. Personally, the business I was in, we had that 50, 60 years ago, as he did. But what's interesting about it is you've now got this wonderful situation. Apple have now said, we record the question, we transcribe it, we want voice recognition so we can store it, and so everything else we can attribute to that voice. Is it searchable? Yes, with software. You start thinking, wow, okay. And now recently, Amazon, everybody got the Amazon Dot or the Amazon Echo? Me again. Oh good, it's 2 of us. I've only got the Dot. And there's been a recent case, FBI case in America, you probably saw it, that the FBI subpoenaed Amazon because at a murder scene they saw the Amazon dot and it was on because it's plugged in, and they contacted Amazon and said, when it's on permanently, so it doesn't actually turn off, you just wake it up by saying, Alexa, another female in my house. And they said, oh, we don't know, they didn't know. So they looked at it and said, oh yeah, we've got all the data. We can get all that. So they got the conversation from the murder scene in the house. Same with Google phones. You've just seen the advert on Google with the guy asking, Google, can you, yeah? The microphone's on permanently on your phones. Is that a danger? No, it's just you to understand, really, that technology's there. So we could get, I talk about things like best practice. I'm in the current process of writing a best practice, which is, well, turn your microphone off, turn your GPS off, turn all these little bits and pieces off. That's all. And occasionally put it into airplane mode and use it as a phone. I don't know. But as long as we get into good habits, because as we go down a bit further, you can see how they, this is what we talked about with our wonderful children. Because WhatsApp, very popular. Anybody use WeChat here? Do you use it? Do you use the Discover button? Do you know it's got one? Do you know it's got one? Discover button on your... Yeah, I might be able to find you, hang on. Oh, what? If you open up WeChat, it's mine. I've only got one friend on. Yeah, what it is, what this allows you to do, this tells, if anybody realises, WhatsApp last year, what did they bring out? Video call? Brilliant.
It's not all like a video call or chat, that you can do games and shopping on the...
Did you say shopping? Yeah, don't show my wife, please. Amazon's bad enough. But it allows you to shake. Yeah, she says, yeah, I'll find you now. What it does is looking for people shaking their phones. I'm using my phone. Oh, no. So often it comes up with an AU user worldwide. No idea who they are. So I can now start talking, chatting, or even turn on my camera to have a chat with them. But I couldn't really justify this person who's 3,500 kilometres away. So I can go back thinking too far. People nearby. Using my GPS, it will now search for people nearby me whose GPS is on and live close to me. And it will know all these people. Right, nearest being, good look at you, 3 kilometres is the nearest, and it goes all that list, and the furthest away on this, people nearby, is 20 kilometres. I can chat with them, I can turn my camera on, they can see me, I can see them. WhatsApp trying to buy WeChat. WeChat is the fastest growing direct messaging service, the most popular. Sorry, by number, it's still WhatsApp. So Facebook went, oh, hang on a minute. Bit of a competitor here, we better buy it. I just want to turn this off, actually. Too often I get to. Because that will now start people going and seeing them online. And it's Chinese. And so they said, we're not going to sell it. So what? You're business people out here, so what you do, if your competitor is suddenly more popular than you try and buy it, it says no, so therefore you've got to actually start to create and offer what it's doing. What did WhatsApp do last year? They offered video call. I've got no doubt in my mind that Facebook will create a little button on WhatsApp quite soon. Is that to be worried about? Well, the problem we've got is our kids are already on it. They're sitting in their bedroom and it's online. Anybody can find them. They can discover them. It just comes up, ping. So they could get a message from a stranger. Automatically, risk has been elevated towards danger, and they haven't done anything. Do they need WeChat? Possibly. But they could turn GPS off and still use WeChat. Best practice. Do we not need it? Now, before I go on, I haven't told, sort of when I spoke to the students today, a lot of them, the older ones especially, I said, look, you don't need a GPS on, you're 17, you can't drive a car, you don't need a sat-nav. But there will be parents here who want to know where their child is, and there may be an app like Life 360. So you could, I totally agree with that. I've mentioned tonight that personally, if I had a choice when my daughters were born, I would have had a microchip implanted. Who's at home with me? My wife, 3 daughters and a dog. Only one is microchipped in case I lose it. Because of human rights. But we know there's celebrities, royal families, they've all done it. You know, again, it's all to do with what's available. So again, it's practice. Talking Angela, you mentioned that. How many of you have heard of or know of Talking Angela? Teachers, keep your hand out. Thank you. Go on. Talking Angela, and I said, you know, what's the rumours? They told me what they had heard, and the rumours is the fact that Talking Angela is the third generation of Talking Tom. There was Talking Ginge. Talking Tom was the one that repeated everything we said. Talking Angela does everything we've asked the children not to reply to, i.e. direct questions. Who are you? What's your name? Where do you live? But it's a cat. But the rumour, as I was told, from year, I don't think whether it was just 5 and above or 3 and above, it's been a long day. They said, oh yeah, no, there's